Alright then guys, welcome to the video, welcome back to the channel, and today we have a lot of little things that have sort of happened over a large period of time that weren't enough to be their own video to do with the S2000. These are literally over the last few months, so some have been before the spoon brakes and all that sort of stuff, but I thought instead of just not filming any of them, I thought I'd film each one as I did them and then make this little video that you're watching right now. So I'm going to run through a fueling issue that I had, I've got some spoon wiper blades that I installed, and then I have two things to do with the roof as well. One is fixing one of the clamps that eventually broke, which you'll see, and one is doing the roof mod on the S2000 as well. So I've got this weird issue. I've got a cylinder misfire on cylinder 1 on the S2000, and I've hardly actually really driven this car much because I haven't actually needed to go anywhere. So when I actually went maybe 15 miles, it got quite choppy and not that great around 3000 RPM. So basically what I've done is I bought some laser iridium NGK Spark plugs, and I'm hoping basically that solves my problem. But I just thought I'd bring you guys along for this bit because just in case you haven't changed your spark plugs before, because I certainly haven't. So I'm going to dive in to get the cover off and start basically pulling it apart to be able to put these new ones in, because from what I can understand, they haven't been replaced for quite a while. First thing, we're going to take the cover off. This is just some Allen key bolts. Going to whip this off and go from there. So the first surprise of today is that this piece is actually metal. I had no idea that that was. See, the paint on this is in pretty good condition. There's only a little chip on that corner there. So now that that piece is off, you get to this point, and these are a 10mm bolt, as you would expect from a Japanese car. This should be pretty simple. Got a spark plug socket. So this socket is basically specialized for doing spark plugs, and it's got like a little rubber piece in the end so that you can get on the end. Okay, there we go. Doesn't seem too bad. Now this is out, we just swap it over for the new one, and hopefully this solves my problem, but none of these seem too bad, to be honest. Okay, and here we go with the new one in. So going in without a tool on it, so it doesn't get cross-threaded, because that would be really bad. Once it's sort of in most of the way, we then put the ratchet on it. Again, don't want to go too crazy with this because don't want to damage anything. So now that that one's done, it's now time to do all the other four, and you don't need to see me do that because that's pretty boring and it's just repeating the same steps. So I'll get back to you once this is fully ready to go back together. There we go, just putting the cover back on. So guys, yeah, moment of truth, gonna start this thing up and take it for a drive. I don't know how far I need to go to recreate the problem or whatever, so I'll catch you guys, I guess for you in a second, once I've hopefully fixed the problem. I'm hoping this is it. So yeah, I'll let you guys know once I get back. Okay guys, so yeah, as you've just seen, obviously the car got trailered away. So after we changed the spark plugs and that didn't fix the issue, we changed the coil packs over, because it just so happens that the Civic and the S2000 coil packs are the same. Just tested that to see whether that was the issue, and unfortunately it didn't fix the issue either, hence why it got trailered to here. So at this point in time, the car is now running fine, because it seemed that the issue was that the injectors were clogged or something. It was throwing a fault across all the cylinders for a misfire, which kind of makes it sound like a fuel pressure problem. So took the injectors off, wiped them down, and like swapped over the fuel rail so that we can get a fuel pressure gauge in there, and that seems to be working at the moment. This doesn't really seem like a proper fix though, so I'm assuming that there's going to be some sort of blockage, or the fuel filter or the fuel pump, there's something going on there. But at the moment it's running back fine with no misfires. So I think the plan is going to be, I'm now going to drive it and sort of, I guess, see what happens. But for now, I'm going to take it away and drive it and see if the fault comes back, because through test drives and running it idle, it didn't come back. The other thing was that this issue didn't just go from like 0 to 100, it just progressively got worse and worse. So now I know that, I can look out for that moving forward again, and it won't get to the point where it needs to be trailered here. I should be able to drive it back here. So anyway, that's where we're at with that at the moment, but I just thought I'd keep you updated. Future Olly just going to jump in here. So that fueling issue hasn't come back yet. It's been about a month, maybe a little bit longer since that clip, and I haven't had the issue yet. I haven't changed any pumps or anything, literally changed nothing since then, and it's been completely fine. Very weird, but I guess I'm glad that it's not a major issue, so I've left everything as is for now. Just thought I'd clear that one up. Okay then guys, so the next thing on the list is something I said I was always going to get, which is these spoon wiper blades. These are extremely expensive for wiper blades. They're basically the same thing as the standard wiper blade. They've just got an Aero bit on it and it says spoon on it. That's pretty much the only reason I wanted these things. But I always wanted these for the EP3, and they don't exist for that car, but they do for the S2000. So because of that, I had to order them. So let's get these on. This should be really easy. I think it is literally just as you would install any other sort of wiper blade, but these are just going to look way cooler. So let's get these old ones off, get these out of the box and get them on the car. let's start by getting the old ones off. These are pretty crusty and such an easy mod to do. That was easy. Right, let's get the first one on. As easy as that. Oh, looks so much better. Let's take this one off as well. And boom, that one is on as well. Okay, so I know this is a super basic mod and it's basically a pointless one, but this looks so much cooler. I have wanted these for so long and now they're on the car. Seeing that spoon logo just as you walk up to the car every time, definitely an expensive way to do that, but I'm super hyped on how this looks now. I'm so happy that I finally got these on a car. Super simple, but definitely transforms the look of the front, makes it more my own, which I'm very happy about. Right, on to the next thing. Okay guys, the next thing on the list is this soft top latch. This is actually a replacement one because the passenger side latch has basically always been broken on this car. Like since I bought it, I always knew this was a problem. It did used to clamp up a little bit and then when you went over harsh bumps or something, it would fall down, but now it's just fully stopped working. So it's got to the point where I'm just over it. Managed to find a set secondhand. One of these latches new from Honda is £150, which is absolutely insane. So I do have a driver's side one spare just in case that one ever goes as well, which is, I suppose, is a good thing moving forward. But whatever, just a small maintenance thing. It's basically attaches with 2 screws and that's it. But before that, I'll show you the problem with the one that's on the car right now so you understand the pains that I've been living with. As you can see, this is supposed to clip up there like that, but there's no latch anymore. The latch in here has snapped, basically. That's the issue, so that's why this thing needs replacing. So the mechanism itself actually works. This should be pretty simple then. It's just a couple of screws in here that I've already loosened just to check it wasn't gonna be too difficult. So those 2 Phillips head screws in there come out and we swap it over. It's as simple as that. And we're away. So as you can see, this piece here is clearly missing off of this one, and that's why it wasn't latching back on. So now this one's off, let's get this one on, and that should be job done. Should be just the reverse of what I've just done. There we go. Let's test it. Okay, let's see what happens. I mean, good start. So I should be able to just go bang. Oh, and I can do that this side. Whoa, we're locked down. Amazing. That is so much better. Success. All right, on to the next thing. Okay, and last up for this video is going to be the roof mod. That basically means you can drive the car slowly with the roof mechanism actually working, going up and down. Because at the moment, if I turn the ignition on, at the moment, if the handbrake's off, like you can see, the roof doesn't work. Whereas when the handbrake's on, it goes up. So this mod basically means that you can, well, you have to have it on one click, so it will be, so you can drive with it at this one click. It's just so the car can recognize that it's got the handbrake on. With that, it means you can drive along whilst putting the roof up or down, which will be so much better than having to just leave the handbrake up and be able to not move. So I'm just thinking, like, if you're in traffic or something, being able to just slowly move along and put the roof up or down, vital. We're gonna pull panel off, which is down here. Okay, so this panel is the panel that you remove from where I guess your glove box would be if there was one in the S2000. So this panel just pops out. Be careful not to split it. I've managed to split mine, as you can probably see there, right where the clip is, which is very annoying because how else are you supposed to get this thing out? But there are all the clips in case you need to know. Yeah, quite a few. I did manage to break no clips, so I guess that's the only upside to breaking the front. You shouldn't be able to see that bit anyway. It sort of sits in there like that. Anyway, this bit's off and it will expose the cable that you need to get to. So you can see this unplugged here. This is the one you're going to need. So if you can see just up here, it was plugged in. Just pop this out, just the one clip on the side should slide out. So the wire that you're looking for is this black and white one here. So what I'm going to do is take this tape off further up and then I'm just going to cut it further up there. So let's get this tape off. Okay, so as you can see, it's off. I'm going to cut about there. So turning back, here we go. And just like that, I've got this really cool thing that you put on one side and click in, and that's it. So I'm going to put that on the side coming from the car. So that cable's in there, push that down, and that's this cable isolated now. And the cool thing about that is also, if I wanted to reattach it, I can plug it back in through there if ever needed to, but that's that bit done. So now I'm going to tape this up. This should be super simple, just plugging this back in where it came from. And there we go, that's in. Right, let's see if this has worked. Okay then guys, so let's see what this is like. So first gear, one click. Oh, that's two clicks. One click. Yep, I get the warning light, so let's roll. Oh, yes. Look at that. That is fully worth it. That is amazing. Wait, so if I go in reverse and I put the roof down, plus the, just the small things. What a great little, that's such a good little mod. So that is such a simple little thing for so much driver enjoyment. Like, that's gonna make life so much easier, like pulling off of a drive or just in traffic or whatever. So I'm gonna put the panel back together and everything because that is a resounding success. I would definitely recommend doing this if you wanna have the roof working like that, because it's good that there is still kind of a safety feature of that you have to have one click, because it's not like you can just do it at any speed when the handbrake's down. That's very good. I don't know why it's just not like that from the factory, because that makes it far more easier to live with. That coupled with the latch has just made the roof experience of this car for me so much better than it was before. Obviously this was super fragmented and broken up by loads of random different things, but all of these have just been little jobs that I just didn't want to leave you guys in the dark about, basically. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. Yeah, that roof mod is amazing, just so good. And obviously now the car runs great. The spoon wiper blades installed. This car is amazing and I'm loving it even more now that all those little things have been sorted out. So hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Got more content coming as always, guys, so appreciate the support. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see loads more content on the ownership of this and my EP3 Type R. Comment down below on what was your favorite part of this video. I know it's super random. Like this one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.